Hi, you're watching Sealclops Book Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing the very first book in the Knock 'em Out series, written by Lucy Score, Things We Never Got Over. Things We Never Got Over, written by Lucy Score. This is the very first in the Knock 'em Out series. I read this book, I alternated between the physical paperback and the ebook on my phone. The genre and tropes for this book are romance, contemporary, adult, chick lit, mistaken identity, and grumpy sunshine. How does the book compare with other books in the genre? So, after witnessing the hype surrounding this book and consequently the series of three books, I was very excited to dive into the pages of this larger than average romance book. Unfortunately, I was a bit disappointed. Overall, it was a good story, however, it did not need to be as long as it was, with some parts causing my mind to wander. And how does it match up to your expectations of the genre? So the expectations for the genre were spot on. The romance was romantic, the mystery was mysterious. The overall expectation for the book, unfortunately, fell a little bit flat. The summary. Bearded bad boy barber Knox prefers to live his life the way he takes his coffee, alone. Unless you count his basset hound, Waylon, Knox doesn't tolerate drama, even when it comes in the form of a stranded runaway bride. Naomi wasn't just running away from her wedding, she was riding to the rescue of her estranged twin to Knock 'em Out, Virginia, a rough around the edges town where disputes are settled the old fashioned way, with fists and beer, usually in that order. Too bad for Naomi, her evil twin hasn't changed at all. After helping herself to Naomi's car and cash, Tina leaves her with something unexpected. The niece Naomi didn't know she had. Now she's stuck in town with no car, no job, no plan, and no home, with an 11-year-old going on 30 to take care of. There's a reason Knox doesn't do complications or high maintenance women, especially not the romantic ones. But since Naomi's life imploded right in front of him, the least he can do is help her out of her jam. And just as soon as she stops getting into new trouble, he can leave her alone and get back to his peaceful, solitary life. At least that's the plan until the trouble turns to real danger. Plot and theme. So, the day after abandoning her groom at the altar, Naomi finds herself penniless, homeless, and the new guardian of an 11-year-old in a small country town. Serves her right for driving to her evil twin's rescue once again. With a niece she knew nothing about, Naomi must begin anew from the ground up. After being mistaken for her horrible twin a few too many times, Naomi is confronted by the town's protector, determined to kick her out. But when he discovers who she really is, he feels compelled to help her out of her immediate situation, against his will, of course. Pacing, emotion, ending, and plot holes. So, sitting at just under 700 pages, this book is way too long. Roughly half of it could have been cut and left out. The main female character got on my nerves with all of her pouting and pushoverness. I know that's not really a word, but she was written as a ditzy, helpless, over-the-top planner who freaks out over everything and cannot move forward in her own life because of it. This is not to say that Knox does not have his issues. He was the typical grump, refusing relationships and throwing tantrums when he gets frustrated and confused, saying that he still went above and beyond to support Naomi in his own way. A bit about the characters. So Naomi is an identical twin, considered the good twin, runaway bride, must take care of everyone around her, overthinks and uses to-do lists religiously, finds herself in a fake, not quite fake relationship with Knox, that's supposed to say Knox. And then Knox, he won the $11 million in the lottery, acts the grump, does not do relationships as he is afraid to fall in love, must look after those around him, owns a barbershop and a pub, unwilling to admit his feelings for Naomi even when his actions give him away. The recommendation. So this book was a drag to get through. Roughly half of it was not needed at all. I almost didn't finish the book a few times, to be completely honest. I personally would not recommend this book going forward. There are just too many things that annoyed me throughout. In fact, I have no interest in reading book 2 or 3 in the series. A huge disappointment as I bought the books in advance, really eager to give them a go as soon as the series were completed. From all of the hype all over the internet about these books, I was expecting amazing reads. I struggled to get through this first one so much. I started to read the second book and it was just so depressing. I couldn't get into it. I know the third one has been said to be the best out of all three. And I can sort of see what tropes they're aiming for that one. But again, it looks like all the complications arose from miscommunication, and that's something that gets on my nerves. So at this point in time, I'm not actually planning to read them, which is a real disappointment because I hate not finishing series. My review. So I gave this book 2 stars out of 5. So a very long, predictable and frustrating romance with pouty characters and stubborn attitudes. Unfortunately, that's how it was for me. That's the end of my book review for this Lucy Score book. Please let me know your thoughts. If you disagree, let me know why. I'm open to discussion. But yeah, otherwise, keep looking for more reviews and I'll try and post them weekly. Thank you. Bye.